So, hi, it's Carolyn the Contest Queen. I got some new video equipment, production equipment, and I wanted to test it out. I'm so excited. One of the things I was very frustrated with is that it didn't have the proper stands and the lighting in my little wee office wasn't great. So I bought a huge ring light and I can stream to multiple platforms. So on my computer, I'm using StreamYard, and then off to the side, which is out of range of the computer camera, I have my phone, and I've got Instagram streaming. So I've got some people watching there. Now, the only disadvantage is that StreamYard cannot stream to Instagram. And if you leave comments in Instagram, I can't share them on screen like I can do from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if people leave comments on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, I can share them on screen. Can't do it on Instagram. So I've got one camera here and one camera here. So, and then to look at comments, I have to look down at my screen. So I'm going to try and look at the cameras as much as possible, but please forgive me. So we have some people coming in. So I thought I would talk sweepstakes and answer any questions. It's almost the end of February. We've passed Valentine's Day and we've passed Chinese New Year's. I had some wee giveaways for both of those. So if you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, you hopefully had a chance to enter. I just mailed out all those prizes yesterday. And so I love doing that. It's actually one of my favorite parts of what I do is giving stuff away. I would love to work with more companies that allow me to give stuff away, because it is so much fun putting out those little congratulatory notes and getting stuff to the post office, and know that who doesn't like getting mail? I mean, that's one of the reasons. I mean, there's a sweepstakes club called the UPS Chasers. That's what we do. We chase after the postman. We chase after the UPS lady. We chase out. We just love stuff coming to our house, and it's so much fun. So if you have any questions about giveaways, luck, winning, anything, I also would appreciate any feedback you can give me on how I look. I know I occasionally have the ring light in my glasses. The problem is I'm at the age where I have reading glasses and I can't see the screen without them. So this is a struggle I've got. I know eventually I'll get some flat panel lights that I can put higher up and further away, but that's not in the budget right now. So I thought, well, let's take a step forward, get a little better, do this, and then eventually step up. It's actually the same advice Walt Arnett gave when he gave a speech on creating videos for content. If you're entering video contests, is that when he started, he had this level of camera, and when he won a prize, he reinvested some of his prize money and up-leveled his equipment, and then so on until he got to a level of high-quality equipment that he wanted. And guess what? With technology moving fast, he's probably had to upgrade again. So it's the same thing that I'm doing. I'm starting off slow, and I'm going to build myself up. So Bobby Joe said, new hair, thanks. Not new hair. I've been growing out. So I started off last year. I had stripped all the color out, so I was blonde. And then, of course, we had COVID come in, and so I didn't get a haircut for 6 months, and by then it was completely white. So I thought, well, why be blonde? So I just let it grow in. Unfortunately, as I age, the front to back color was a little wonky, and I still had blonde bits. So the last time I got a haircut before Christmas, the hairstylist evened out the color so the front and the back were the same, so it wouldn't look so choppy, and also put a little color in to get rid of the last bits of blonde, so I didn't have like 3-color hair. So it's kind of evened out. Now I'm just letting it grow down, and so it is a bit white and a bit gray, but I like it. It's softer and it's more me. But yeah, I'm going to get more pictures again. So I had the current picture that I'm using on all my channels done right after I finally had all the color stripped out and a new cut in the summer. So at least I didn't have a dark picture and then I'd come on YouTube or something and it would all be white. It's like, who's that person? And so now I'm going to let it grow, and probably in the next cut, or maybe even before my next book comes out, if I need a picture for the book. So we'll see. Yeah, on Instagram, I'm getting 3 mix saying, the ring light reflection is visible in your glasses, but you look beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my head down a bit as much as possible to avoid it, because if I do this, I'm straight on alien with the Google lights. But I don't feel too bad, because I was watching some big journalists on YouTube, and Katie Couric, she's doing national television in the United States, and she has the reflection in her glasses. So I thought, okay, they can't be that bad. So, oh, Colleen, thank you. Who knew you were a movie star? Yeah, Bobby says, no shake. Love how the camera is up higher. Yeah, so I can't actually, because I have my phone here and the camera here, I can't actually do it, but I have this stand. Oh, where did I put the box? Okay, the box is on the other side. Oh, no, it's down here. Let me see if I can squeeze it out. So this is what I bought today. This was my treat to myself. I won $100. Oh, now I hit the table, so I got a bit of shake. I won $100 gift card yesterday off of Twitter chat. So this is what I spent it on. I upgraded my business. So I got this crazy big ring light and stand. So I don't know if you can see the picture, but it can stand way high, and I can put up to 3 devices on it. So what I have right now is I have it on the other side of my table, up high, and on the right side I have my phone streaming Instagram, and on the left side I have my new webcam doing oh, I should have brought a glass of water in with me, doing my StreamYard chat. So that's what ooh, congratulations. Adrienne says, I looked at my prize logging book and it's over 600. Yay! Oh, sorry about that. Oh, MJ says, tilt your glasses up on your ears. I don't know how to do that. Like, so, yeah, we'll see. Of course, do I have any water left in here? Yeah, I might. I do. I have a sip left. That'll do. Okay. Oh, Joanne's saying you look all professional. Well, it is better. I have to admit, this is better than it was, and the camera's up higher. But I have to keep the desk clean. And I'll put this back down now. So yeah, that was my treat. And they said I had 90 days if I didn't like it. So I was like, or not 90 days, a month. So I thought, well, we'll try it out. And so I got all excited. I set it up, and I can change. I don't know if I can do it here. So I can make it brighter. This is like, okay, that's on full blast. I think it's a little much. I keep it on the lowest setting because I'm only right here. And then this, I have it on the warmest setting, and I can reach over and turn it all the way. This is the coolest setting. So I can change kind of the color. I like it on the warmest and the lowest. I think that's all I need in here. So that's what I got. So I'm playing with my new toy. Ooh, I love this question. Okay, so Kay says, no, I didn't actually win the equipment. I won a Visa gift card, so I went and just bought it, and then I'll just pay my bill with the card that I won because I couldn't wait for the prize to show up. And Lauren says, hi, Carolyn, I want to know if a winning vision board is the same as a normal vision board. No, well, okay, so people, when they say they're doing a winning vision board, the vision board only has pictures of prizes that they want to win. So it's basically just focusing your energy very specifically on prizes. So you would put images of trips, of cars, of a house. You know, the HGTV gives away a house, furniture. I don't know. What else do you want to win? Um, so, houses, cars, cash, put pictures of cash. So anything, and you can use something smaller. Like I have over here, I have some Bristol boards smaller. So I've taken a big one, right? A big sheet, and I've cut it into 4. So then you end up with a smaller vision board if you want something smaller. And these ones, like, look, the sticker's still on it, 2 for $1. So you can make a bunch of little ones, and then, or you can use, so you can even cut it in half and do one just for prizes and one just for other things in your life. So if you want a new job, if you want to move somewhere, if I'm not sure what else. You would do. Kay says they're the same thing. I think it depends on what you're putting on them. So if you go back on my Instagram and Facebook feeds, I posted a picture of my vision board that I created this year, and it wasn't about stuff. It was more about experiences. I took Colette Baron-Reid's class, and it was a totally new way of me doing vision boarding. So I did have some things on there, and one of them was to advance my video production equipment for my business, grow my business basically in the video production area for this year. So more frequent videos, different formats. I'm learning TikTok. Go follow me there, the Contest Queen. Actually, I think it's just Contest Queen. I don't think there's the, because I'm the on Facebook and Instagram, and just Contest Queen on Twitter and YouTube, and now TikTok. So I'm trying that. Oh yeah, MJ on Instagram says you can vision board on the computer, use Canva, Photoshop, Pinterest boards. Yes, I used to actually do the Pinterest board ones when Pinterest was the rage. I used to have a Pinterest vision board. So, goodness, tonight. And I trap myself in my office because the problem is my desk is here on my left, but the background is very, very hockey oriented. When I moved in with George, he had all this Toronto Maple Leaf stuff out in the living room. I said, yeah, we're not having a Toronto Maple Leaf living room. So it looks like a normal living room. And I said, why don't we have fun with it in the office? So we painted 2 walls, official NHL Toronto Maple Leaf blue, and 2 walls are white. And then, of course, living in the GTA, I've won all kinds of NHL shop gift cards. So I have jackets, we have jerseys, we've bought, and then I've bought other things, and we have pictures, we have posters. And then he bought at auction a big jersey, which I can't tilt anything to show. And on the other side, we have a signed hockey stick, and we have some posters and banners and things all over this whole office. I have a lamp, we have a statue, I have a hockey puck on my desk. Everything's Toronto Maple Leaf. And I thought, oh, this is great. And then I started doing videos, and I'm like, wow, this is so unprofessional looking. You know, you see all these great YouTubers, they have green screens, or they have proper bookcases. Now, when I'm doing Instagram, I can look at the camera and I see I just have my bookcases behind me, and that looks really professional. But the new widescreen, I want to see if I can get it narrower. The camera I'm currently using is really wide. And so now that it's higher up, but when it was sitting on my computer right here, you could see the jersey. So I've got a little 4-foot table that I bought from Canadian Tire, little foldable table. And so I put it, but then basically it sits between my desk and my filing cabinet, which means once I set it up and sit down, I can't get out. I have to get out right now without folding the desk. I have to crawl under it. Adventures with Carolyn, right? So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, make sure your books are visible in the background. They are kind of, like, if you can look, they're all there. Now, they used to be really visible when my camera was lower. Oh, now I'm looking on Instagram and it's not the same as pointing on Facebook. Oh, this is weird. So my books are there and for that camera, and they're here for this camera. All right. So I do have a bunch of my books there. And then all my reference books are there. So this is, I have the Advertising and Marketing Law in Canada, of course. We have my very first book and my second book. And then I have all the versions of Helene's book for the Name It and Claim It game. And then I have the 2 versions of In Contact with Other Realms, and then her last 2 books that I'm working, and my 2 blueprints that she made me. Because the very first blueprint she made me, she got my birth date wrong. So I have 2 of them, and then the second one still has something wrong in it. Oh my God, I miss her. I so wish she was alive today. Oh my God, she would get a kick out of this. I tell you, I'd be flying down to Texas, not now, unfortunately, and her and I would hang out. Oh, that's not good. You suddenly went out of focus. I don't know what happened there. Is there anything I can... Oh, you can do it. Entering a contest daily. When it goes wonky and you won't let you enter for days. Yes. Okay. So the first thing I would do is I would see if I can access the rules. And when you access the rules, see if you can figure out... Sometimes it says in there and sometimes it doesn't. See who the sponsor is and who... That depends on the contest, who the agency is running the contest. And then try to contact them and let them know their contest is down. This always seems to happen on a Friday after 5 when everybody's gone home. Now, this may change since everyone's working from home and has computers. The pandemic may have changed that dynamic, but in the past, if there was a big agency running a sweepstakes for a major sponsor, I remember this happened with Pepsi once, and I can't remember who the agency was. The contest went down at like 6 o'clock on a Friday night. And of course, it was down all weekend. All weekend, it was down. Of course, it wasn't until Monday morning at 9 o'clock when somebody showed up and went, oh my God, there's like 1,000 messages. This is a nightmare. So, and then it was fixed. And then because they were giving away instant prizes throughout, and I can't remember what else there was. Anyway, so what they did was they just extended it by the amount of time it was down so that it would still run properly. So that's all they did for that one. There was another one with Skittles. Oh my gosh, I was in the lead. I really wanted, they had this amazing Skittles beanbag chair, and it was kind of a voting contest. And I'm so not a fan of them, but I wanted this Skittles chair so bad, this big beanbag chair. And I put it out there, and I was in the lead. And like the day before it was supposed to close, it died. And then I don't know how they awarded the prizes, but then I think they redid it, and I couldn't get it, and I ended up winning a prize from the later. I was so sad. I really wanted that beanbag chair. So that's what I would do, Colleen. I would just contact them. Let's see if there's any other no, there's no other comments on Instagram. So let's see what we got here on. No, there's no. Oh, Doreen says, I've been following your advice and won over 500 prizes. That's amazing. I have stopped tracking my stuff, which is a shame. I should have started for this year already, but I didn't. I haven't won that much, so I could probably go back. I think I was so gung-ho last year, and then the pandemic hit, and I was so disappointed, and I just was miserable, and I didn't track anything. And even pin code hunting, I didn't want to go out. This year, I think it's going to be better. I think it's not going to be back. My gut feeling for pin code hunting this spring is that it is not going to be back to 2019 levels, but it is going to be far better than it was in 2020. I think companies want to get back to their programs. They want to give out stuff. They want to engage with their consumers and garner new consumers. So Kay says, we were both in the Hotel West voting contest and others, and I'm sure, but it's almost a 4-month voting. Yeah, it's too long. I didn't even realize it was a voting contest. I saw it and I thought it was new. Okay, this is how I have no sense of time lately. I think I really have fallen down into the Groundhog Day loop or whatever, because I don't go anywhere. I don't go to the gym. I don't go out and do walks. I don't have to take a kid to school. I don't have anywhere to be. Like, I don't go see friends. I don't think there's nowhere for me to go, nothing for me to do except for groceries like once a week. So, and my girlfriend out in BC says, oh, she does it once a week. And her husband says, oh, yeah, you're going for your airing out. Yeah, you go and get aired out. It's true. So, yeah. And Michelle says, do you think we should hold on to code codes? Well, okay. So, unfortunately, I'm going to answer that yes and no. Coke stopped doing codes here in Canada. They used to have a program called I think it was iCoke. And they closed it. Oh my gosh. I don't even remember how long ago. It was a long time ago. They just shut it down. It wasn't getting the traction they wanted. So Coke codes went away in Canada. Every summer, like they didn't do it last year, but the summer before, they do one where they put gold caps on their products and it has a code in it. And just like Pepsi and Canada Dry, you have a code, you go to their website, you enter it, you can win prizes. They did one in 2019 with McDonald's where you'd get a cup and you could enter a code and they were giving out $25 gift cards to like all kinds of places. It was great. And then sometimes you could win a couple. You're only supposed to win one per person, but their computer program didn't seem to care. And so you could get a few and go shopping. And then, you know, a lot of people were entering everybody in their house that was of a legal age to enter. So they didn't run it last year. Pepsi, who normally runs it, didn't run the same program they did several years in a row last year. But what they did do is later in the summer, they did a different kind of promotion and did one with a hockey tie-in. So they changed it. So I don't know what Coke is doing in the States at the moment. I haven't researched it. If they are currently running their promotions, go and enter them. Like, just go and enter all your codes. Don't hold on to anything. Just go and submit it and see what you can win. If it's currently on hold, see what they're saying about the codes you do have. There should be a disclaimer somewhere. Maybe I'll go and research it. I wonder if I can share screen. I thought I could. Well, let me go see if I can find see if I can get the website up. And then I can share it. Let me see if that works. Nope, not that one. I think it's called oh, My Coke Rewards. That's right. Where is it? Of course it's not coming up. It's because I'm live. Now, if if people on Instagram won't be able to see this, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be showing. I think they have, it's on pause. Okay, so let me see if I can show everybody this. This is going to be a good test of this program. So let's see if I can share screen. Oh, the browser's blocked my screen. That's great. Anyway, they've got an image and it says, for everyone, thanks to all of you. We'll be together again. I would keep them. Now, they may start with a new set of codes because I know that every year, so say Canada Dry and Pepsi and they run their, like, especially Canada Dry, they have not changed their program. They still have run it every year and it ran like clockwork last year. They did not stop it even though the pandemic had affected a lot of other programs. So if I am in the shop and I find a very old bottle or I'm rummaging through a drawer and I find there's a cap that I haven't entered, it won't work in the new year because they're all coded. They use their codes. Okay, let me go back. Actually, I should have Michelle's. Coke is printing them, but I haven't seen anything about using them. And then right now you can enter codes for charitable donations causes 15 cents for a 12 pack of codes. So, yeah, I'd probably use current codes, because I think when they run another contest, it may not be the same codes. I would give them away. Heck, there's so many people that need stuff right now. It's ridiculous. We don't need the codes that bad. Cynthia wants to know, what's my primary job? Is the sweepstakes your hobby or your job? So it's my hobby and my job. So when I enter sweepstakes, it's a hobby. When I work on sweepstakes, it's my job. So I'm writing another book on sweepstakes. That's teaching. I hold classes. I have webinars. I run a virtual contest club. That I consider, well, actually, the contest club part, I think it's my hobby, because I'm hanging out with friends and we're chatting. But the actual job part, I have, for example, I run prize fulfillment for CFA Promo whenever they have a Canadian promotion. And so I do that. Right now, last year I lost almost all my clients. I've quoted some for big promotions starting this spring, so let's hope those go through. If so, that would be for Jarritos again. You know, I don't know if you're familiar with Jarritos. It's this Mexican soda pop that is delicious. So if you've ever had their soft drinks, especially in Canada, I help run whenever they have a sweepstakes. I work with the agency that runs those sweepstakes. And so that's always delicious. Yeah, who doesn't like food contests? And then, so that's what I've done this year. And then also, I just do regular marketing. So right now, I work with Robert Ohado. I do all of his customer service, and I manage all his Facebook Lives, which is actually one of the reasons I wanted to jump on this one sooner rather than later, because he's doing one at 8 o'clock and I want to check out the live stream. Because I had a meeting. So I had got home with the new equipment and I was all set up, and I was going to set it up and do a Facebook Live. And then he phoned and we had our weekly team meeting because it was a short week and everything got pushed. So normally what we talk on Monday or Tuesday is now Friday. And so I want to see his Facebook Live. And so that's the kind of stuff that I do. So no, sadly, I don't earn my living winning. Oh my God, if I could figure that out. Wouldn't that be fantastic? I think all of us would want that, right? But no, it's not my job. My job is right. I'm an author, I'm an entrepreneur, and a teacher. I love teaching. It's like one of my favorite things to do I love teaching somebody something and they come back and say, I took your class, or I read your book and I entered and I won whatever it is, and they're so excited. I love that. There's so many prizes out there. There's enough for everybody. I just love it. Oh, food wins are welcomed. If it's something I can't eat, I donate it to the blessings box or find a family who wants it. Yeah, exactly. I've won gift baskets before of various food products, and we pick out what we want. And then, yeah, I do that. I throw what I'm like, yeah, I don't think we'll eat those cookies or whatever it is. Or something with for some reason, I don't like hazelnuts. God bless the hazelnuts. I'll eat Nutella, but hazelnuts are not my favorite. Who knows why? I'll put like hazelnut cookies or something. I would put them in the donation box and give them away. And someone will enjoy them. Yeah, that would be awesome if contesting would be a job and make a living. Yes. Yes, Leanne. I agree. I've never been able to figure it out. I think it's actually easier in the US. There's a lot more opportunity to win down there. I think it's the marketing and it's the size of the market, right? I mean, there's over 300 million Americans. There's only like 34 or 36 million Canadians. I mean, California has 38 million. I mean, we're smaller population-wise than the state of California. So the marketing budgets for American companies are just that much bigger. So it just stands to reason, right? Just from a business point of view. If you have a larger market, more opportunity for sales, your marketing budget's bigger, you're going to have more giveaways. The prizes, you can afford to give away bigger prizes. It's exponential. Oh, Kathleen K says, very busy lady, caught the bug from you. Love paying it forward with some wins. Yeah, I do it all the time, and I can't do it as much right now because all the stuff that I was really like 2019 was fantastic, and even up right into 2020. My favorite thing, I was so good at winning. I was winning tickets, um, all kinds of tickets. We went to, I think, 7 concerts in 2019. Every month, we were off on another date night, going to see some show. It was so fun. And we saw Bare Naked Ladies, Hootie and the Blowfish, Colin James, um, John Mayer. Who else did we see? Oh, that one came with a hotel stay. That was so fun. And we got to sleep in the middle of the week. Love it. And then we saw, um, who else did we see? We saw John Mayer. We saw Blue Rodeo. We actually ended up winning. We won a set of tickets, and then we had some Ticketmaster gift card that we'd won, and we were able, I couldn't believe this, by the 2 seats beside us for the Blue Rodeo concert to take our friends. It was their 25th wedding anniversary, and never seen Blue Rodeo. So we actually used the Ticketmaster gift card that we won to buy, by fluke, the seats beside us were available because I got our tickets out and went and looked. So we won 2 tickets, and then we bought the 2 tickets with a win, and the 4 of us went out. That was fun. Oh, yes, miss winning concert tickets. I won Justin Bieber tickets, but the concert, oh, yeah, that must have been a huge disappointment. We just saw Matthew Good on March 12th last year, and that was the point where they were starting to talk about stuff, and we're like, I said to George, should we go? And we actually had a big conversation back and forth, and we're like, well, they haven't canceled the show, so let's go. And then Matthew Good even talked about how he has a lung issue, and that if anybody at the concert was in danger, it was him. And that was the last show we've been to. And I hadn't won any other tickets. And I remember as things started shutting down, I was going to contest pages. They had either completely disappeared or they all went blank. I was like, oh, so disappointing. Or the ones that kept running all suddenly had disclaimers. So, hey, we're giving away this trip. If you can't go, we're going to give you the cash. So they just completely changed it. Do you take a picture of each of your wins? I started to, and I'm making an album of just wins. That's actually a really good idea. Cell phones weren't huge when I started doing this, and this is my 20th anniversary. I started in August of 2001. And I didn't track anything until about 2004. I started wondering how much I won, and I started keeping a spreadsheet, and it kind of evolved over the years. And then when I got a divorce and I was really miserable and I wasn't winning a lot, I kind of just gave up. I didn't track anything. And then in 2019, I was kicking myself because I won so many instant wins. I'm like, why wasn't I tracking? So I'm like, okay, 2020, we're going to track. I started tracking, and the pandemic hit, and I'm like, oh, forget it. This year I haven't won that much. I've won a new Fitbit, which is great because this one's dying. My Fitbit's not holding its charge anymore. So thankfully I won a new one. So I plan to get back into shape. I gained my COVID-19 pounds. I gained my COVID 20 pounds. My 20 pounds in 2020. So I plan to let go of that this spring. See, I don't want to lose it because that means I don't want to find it. And then, so I won a Fitbit, and I won a $100 gift card, which I already spent on my new video equipment. And George won a $100 gift card. So we haven't won that much. But it's still good to track. I really should go back through the emails and mark the dates and start tracking. But yeah, I really missed the concert tickets. Really looking forward to traveling again. But that's a great idea, Cynthia. You know what? I'm going to actually write that down, and I'm going to message you, and I'm going to see if I can add it as a tip in the book, my book, coming up book. That's a good tip. Picture of each win. You know what I've heard? I've heard that what you can do, somebody said they did it with their kids' art, but now that you said that, I'm thinking, oh, you can do it with your wins. On Instagram, she takes a picture of all her kids' artwork. And then the really amazing pieces she keeps. But, kids come home from school with artwork. Well, not right now, but they come home with reams and reams and reams of artwork. And so what she would do is, for the whole school year, she set up 3 Instagram channels, or I guess accounts, one for each kid. And she would take pictures of all their art. And at the end of the year, there's a website, and I don't remember what it is, but I'm sure we can Google it, that takes all your Instagram photos and makes a photo album. So then at the end of each year, she would say, Sam, grade 1, and then put all his art in one book. And then, Susan, grade 3, and all of her artwork in one book. And that way she only had to keep the best pieces. And then each year they had an album of their artwork, and she would just put it on Instagram. You could do that with your wins. You could start with, 2021, take a picture of each win on Instagram. At the end of the year, make a little booklet. 2021 wins. That's a great idea. I'm going to contact you about that. I'm going to mark it as a tip in the book, and I'm going to give you credit. This is how we all learn. We all share tips, and we all boats rise with the tide. That's what I say. Does it matter to have a newsletter sent when you're filling out a sweepstakes form? Does it help your chances to win? They always ask you if you want the newsletter sent to you. Nancy. Maybe. So if they are giving you extra entries for signing up for the newsletter, absolutely, I do it every time. Because I use an email just for entering sweepstakes, it's not going to clog up my work email or my personal email. So if it doesn't require it, it depends. So sometimes it doesn't require it, but if I really like the company, and I do like, I think Red Path Sugar has one. Plus they also notify you of their sweepstakes so I don't forget to enter. I like to bake, hence the 20 pensi. We're trapped in the house. I don't go out. I bake. Makes me feel better. Love to bake. So I like getting the newsletter. Robin Hood Flour, all the different cooking ones. Yeah, I sign up for those just because it doesn't increase my odds of winning. It just increased my waist size. I came across a tip contest, and they have a disclaimer that the trip won't be canceled due to the pandemic. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen that one yet. So there you go. In 2020, I won a $10 gift card to Nordstrom. A win is a win. Yes. And actually, when I would win, so this is one of the things I started doing when I was tracking. If I won, when we had the Coke and the Pepsi, and sometimes you just win another Coke or a Pepsi, or you win a coupon for thing. Oh, it's a $2 win. Yep, that's a win. Or when Tim Hortons just announced they're going to do it's not roll up the rim anymore. It's roll up to win or something. They've changed it. It's all digital now. But when you rolled it up and you got a free coffee, $1.85, put it on the spreadsheet, $1.85, a win's a win. There's a concern that hurts your chance to win if you post a lot of wins on your IG account. I post mine for a week, long enough to tag and thank the sponsor, Let's Friends See, then I archive it. I've heard that. I mean, heck, my handle is Contest Queen, right? The Contest Queen. So I think it can. So some people that do it will do one for work. Like I never enter, I have more than one Instagram account. So I have Idea Majesty so I split my business in two. So Contest Queen's for teaching sweepstakes, and Idea Majesty is my marketing agency where I viral sweepstakes, I vet them, I do prize fulfillment. I actually run all my other marketing services through that. So that's Idea Majesty. You will never see me enter a sweepstakes on Idea Majesty. You can tag me there. There's a lot of sweepers that tag me on Contest Queen and Idea Majesty. I will never enter. Actually, that's not true. If it's a business, like I have entered the odd corporate sweepstakes through that one. if it's a business oriented corporate sweepstakes, like win tickets to our seminar or something, and that's a corporate marketing thing, then I will enter that. But if it's anything else, you don't see me entering sweepstakes on that account, because that's not the focus of that account. That account is for business. And so I try and keep it that way. And I may mention something on Contest Queen, like, hey, I just launched this new thing over here. Isn't that cool? Like when my next book is published, I will promote it over there and go, yay, I'm wearing my other crown. Look what I just did over here. But yeah, I don't sweepstakes on that one. So I think some people do keep it separate. They'll have one for like Facebook. A lot of people have a friends and family Facebook and a sweepstakes Facebook, or you can have a friends and family Instagram and a sweepstakes Instagram. And as long as you keep them separate and not cheat by entering from both, then you can do that. But yeah, I understand why you do that, because I think they do troll. Some agencies do troll. Yes, Leanne, I find signing up for newsletters, if there's a contest, we won't miss it. Yeah, so there's a lot of companies that hold sweepstakes, and actually that happened today. Rebee up in Canada, it's an app, it's a savings app. I don't know if it's in the States too. Flip, any of these apps, Save. A lot of people like these apps that you put your shopping list in. I love it because, oh my God, I used to forget my shopping list all the time. So it has my shopping list, and you can see if there's deals and what store, or you can price match right from your phone. It's fantastic. Rebee, which is one of the savings app, because I get their newsletter, had a 1-day contest today. So if you're Canadian and you sign up for Rebee, go enter their 1-day contest. So I wouldn't have noticed if I didn't get the email and I was checking my email. So let's see, it's 7:30. I think I'm going to wrap this up. This was just a little quick test. It's not bad. I'm a little washed out. I think I'd like to get, for this camera, my regular camera, my phone is looking perfect. I'm thinking I'm looking a little washed out on my camera that I'm using. It's a little wide. I'd like to get something narrower, or that brings me in closer, like I see on my phone. And apparently I can use my phone to stream, but I don't think StreamYard will do the same thing. But it's not too bad. The ring light's not too bad. And I'm much brighter, which I like. So we're getting there. That's what we're doing. So if anybody sees any video production equipment contests this year, please send them my way. Tag me, because I want to get to the point where I'm producing, I want to get to the point where I've got a brand new Mac computer with some of the video editing software. I want to learn some of that. I want to have the high-end camera. I want to have a microphone. There's no microphone yet, people. We're going to get there. I think I might start out with a Yeti to start, and then I want to upgrade. I want to eventually have one of those really cool podcast ones that has the arm and the thing and the panel. You see all the people that do podcasts have that. I'm like, yeah, we're going to get there. So those are 2021 goals. Not bad. It's only 6 weeks into February, and I have a light and I can multi-stream. So we're getting there. So new camera, multi-stream, and that's only in 6 weeks. So that's what we put our energy out there. Do you talk about winning vision board in any of your books? You know what? I don't even remember. I haven't got to the Attracting Luck chapter in my book that I'm writing now, and I'm actually updating the whole thing. I'm totally pulling a lot of the old stuff out. One of the things I've said on my other streams is one of my goals is to make my next book so different that if you have bought this book or any of my previous books, or bought this book, if you bought You Can't Win If You Don't Enter, or How to Win Cash, Cars, Trips, and More, that you will buy prizes everywhere, because it's going to be, 50 to 75% different. Some stuff has to stay the same because it's the core of entering sweepstakes. You can't really change the advice of get an email address just for entering sweepstakes. You can't change that advice. That advice has to stay the same because that's really good advice. You know what? I don't even know if I put vision boarding in. Self-talk. No, I talk about law of attraction. You know what? Vision boarding's a good idea. I think I'm going to add that in. Lauren, I will message you. You message me on YouTube, so I will connect with you, and I'll put, and I will give you credit for that tip about putting a winning vision board in. I'm looking, because I didn't put anything about it in, and that should be in the Attracting Luck chapter. Actually, I changed the title of the chapter. It's going to be called Being Lucky. So instead of attracting something from the outside, it's turning it something to the inside. Because Helene always said, you'll see it when you believe it, which implies that it starts here and goes out there, right? Coffee Cup, I would love to do a photo sweeps video if you haven't already. Tips for winning photo contests. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I think actually I have something in the book on that. Actually, I do have a section on video ones. And we started around the same time. I used to win a lot in the late 90s and early thousands, and it stopped, and now getting back into it. So different. Oh, yes, that's why I'm redoing the book. Because there's, even in, so when I started this one, there's 0 social media in this book. And there was still a lot of mail-in Canada. There's still quite a bit in the States, but in Canada, it's almost gone. So then I was going to update this one, and then I went through a long divorce. So it took me some time before I got around to doing this one. So it came out probably, I started in 2010, but then it didn't really get going. And I should have come out with it in 2014, but yeah, the divorce really knocked me on my butt. I even lost a book deal. I had won a book deal and then nothing. So, of course, it got delayed. So this didn't come out till 2016. And actually it worked out because there was so much more social media that I ended up adding in a whole, like the chapter just kept getting bigger and bigger. So I have a whole chapter on how to win on social media, which I'm now revamping the whole thing. And actually this pandemic really kicked my butt. I might have to hold another contest to get the proper screenshots for the book. So you guys might all win again for my dilly-dallying, because I don't know if the screenshots that I took for that chapter are going to be good anymore. And I don't even know where some of them are. So I might have to host another giveaway. Oh well, that's okay. It's fun. And search for sweeps. All the words and techniques I've been told it's finding fool's gold. You know what I've learned? I don't do searches as much as I used to. My trick is to use an aggregate. So for Instagram, I have a bunch of sweepstakes friends, so I get tagged in a lot, so I don't have to go hunting for them. For Twitter, same for Facebook and Twitter, but more so for Instagram. And where I do my best is I use, I keep changing. I balance between, because this is Canadian, Contest Girl, who's Canadian and US, and contestcanada.net. So I bounce between those two. Sometimes I go to Red Flag Deals. But in the States, I highly recommend any of the newsletters, like Sweeping America, Sweep Sheet, I Win Contests, websites. There's Sweetie Sweeps, Sweepstakes Advantage, Sweepstakes Fanatics, Sweeps Atlas. Go to my website, look under resources, muck around, see what you like. Every one of them has a different format. Every one of them has different features. Go find the one that you like. Because if I like a format, you might go, oh my God, I hate this. And then you're not going to win because you're just like frustrated every time you go into that website. That's ridiculous. So find an aggregate, because a lot of times it's been vetted already or it's been shared. A lot of times, especially, it's really good when there's code words. People are always sharing code words with each other and referral links. So, they'll start a thread and everyone enters from the one before them. So they all get extra entries and share. Again, I believe all boats rise with the tide. I think it's good karma. So it's good to share. I would start doing sweepstakes aggregates. Also start local. So enter in concentric circles. So start with your city and then your state and then your country. So you're going to have, this is why I was so good at winning the concert tickets, because they were only for my area. Only so many people are going to enter for a concert in Toronto. The pool is much smaller than for all of Ontario and then for all of Canada. If you're in New York City, all of New York, all of the USA, same with, you start small and work your way up. Someone in my Good Vibration Sweepstakes Club posted a win today. It was small, but it was local to her state. I think it was even local to her city, and it was a cute little win. Again, it was how many people are going to enter that. The pool is smaller. So concentric circles and sweepstakes aggregates. Those are my two best tips. Give up the searches for a while and see if a new strategy works. That's my tip. Try a new strategy. It's also good to mix it up because your energy will shift. And when you're entering, the other thing I want you to do is always wonder if this is the one I'm going to win. So you're going to win, but you don't know. So it's exciting. Are you going to win the new mixer? Are you going to win the new appliances? Are you going to win the concert tickets? Are you going to win the trip? Are you going to win the car? Or you might win more than one. Ooh, what's going to show up today? And it's fun when you have that energy. Yes. So check the websites for local newspapers, radio stations, and such often. I actually have that in my book. So I have a section on weeklies. And so in my browser, I have a folder called Weekly, and it's all the local media outlets, different things in my area. And I check those once a week for new giveaways. So that's one of the things that I do for my concentric circles. So I just check those once a week to see what's new. I usually do it on Monday because they usually flip over giveaways. Someone's asking, any good iPad edits? Actually, I don't know because, exactly what I do too. Yeah, so that's good advice. I don't know because my iPad has just aged out. It won't upgrade to 13, the new software. It's still at 12 point something. So I think I've just aged out, and some of the new programs that I need to use for work require 13. And I bought my iPad in 2013, so I think it's just aged out, even though it works fine for videos and all the other things I play on it. So I think a new iPad is in my future too. Yep, all the video equipment, everything's gotta be made new. So if there is software on the iPad, I can't answer because mine won't give me the latest thing. But I think it would be better for me to actually have, like I said, my one client, he does a lot of video editing and he has all the Mac stuff, and he does it all himself on a MacBook Pro, and he has all the real production software. So I'll eventually get there. But I believe it comes resonant with like a movie software you can do something cute with. I don't know. Yep, you and me both. That's 2021 goals. So I'm going to sign off because it's past 7:30, and Robert Ojada is going live at 8. You can go check him out next. Something to do. He's going to be streaming. I just set it up with him. He's streaming in his 3 groups, his Facebook, his YouTube. Don't think he added Twitter. But I just helped him set it up before I came on here. Oh, yes. Last tip. This is good. Pay for the fastest internet you can afford. It's always worked well. And the more you enter, the more you win. Yes. And I actually say that in the book. use the fastest computer you can afford, use the fastest, what the fastest anything is going to really speed things up. Because I remember my computer was dying. This was 2002. I kept complaining to my ex. My laptop was like starting to act weird, and it was churning, and I really wanted to download RoboForm to enter better because everyone had talked about it. And I was like, no, this is terrible. I kept complaining about it. And he's like, no, he thought it was fine. And then one day something happened, and he came in to look at my computer, and he went, oh my gosh, this is terrible. I said, I know, it's terrible. So the next thing I know, he went out and bought me a brand new desktop, monitor, speakers, keyboard, the works. It was so much faster compared to my old computer. I was so happy. And I downloaded RoboForm, and it literally cut my entry time in half. So yes, absolutely. The fastest computer you can afford, the fastest internet speed you can afford, whatever's in your butt, the faster, the better. It really does make a difference. It really does. So yes, that is whatever you can afford. When I moved here, the internet was so slow, I couldn't do any of my videos. And so finally I said to George, okay, that's it. We're calling the provider. And I had them drill the back of the house and put the router under my desk. And I actually went recently and bought a cable. And so I plug my laptop straight into the router. There's no Wi-Fi, straight into the router for video streaming. Because it really makes a difference for work. If I was just entering sweepstakes, I wouldn't be concerned. But when you're wanting to do video for your job, it's important. Anyway, this was so fun, and I'm just loving this new setup. So we're gonna do. I want to do more live chat. So they may be spontaneous, or I'll schedule them in. My next regularly scheduled sweepstakes Q&A is on. Where's the calendar? It's on Monday night, the 22nd. So tune in for that. And next month, because it's March, I'm having a special St. Patty's Day lucky Q&A with prizes. And that one's fun because I usually sit and drink Baileys with a little leprechaun hat on, and I give away lucky prizes. That is like... And one year I ended up having 3 Baileys, and I think I was so tipsy by the end of it. It was hilarious. So, so tune in for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I look forward to doing more of these. And what else do we have? Oh, and on the 28th, we have our virtual contest club meeting. That one I do on a Sunday afternoon because some people can't join us at night. So that's what we do. Anyway, bye for now. Send me any questions for the Q&A next Monday at questions@contestqueen.com, and I'll pile them up, and we'll be answering them. Oh, and I always give away a book or two. Okay, so let's see. What do I do? I think I'm going to stop the live on Instagram first. Oh my goodness, how do I do that? End video. 1 down. And 1 to go.